Alright, everybody, welcome back to another Payday 2 video. Just got off the stream 3 hours. Wow. The video was currently, hold on, let's go to the side here. It's at 3%. It's like a 10 gigabyte size, so yeah. Anyways, we're here to check out Payday 2 Ultimate Edition. So we got phones, we got a Glock, we got cable ties, we got a mask, everything. Payday 2 Ultimate Edition. What does this do? Oh, it just scrolls down. Ultimate. Adjective. Mat. Definition. The best or most extreme of its kind. The full Payday 2 experience with all of the content, free and paid, in one massive bundle. So as we can see here, we're seeing Gauge pack, one of the packs, 2. John Wick weapons, Big Bank, the Diamond, I think. Oh, there's the Diamond, Diamond Heist, maybe. I think that's the Assault Rifles pack. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Payday 2 Ultimate Edition is coming on the June 8th. Keep in mind. This contains plus 55 heists, playable characters 18, 77 primary weapons, 51 secondary weapons, and 82 melees. Probably not good for that number to be there, but moving on. We also have Payday 2 85% off in all DLC through May 10th to June 8th. So if you want to get some DLC, it's pretty cheap right now. Let me show you. So starting off, the official soundtrack is 50 cents. The newest DLC, 74 cents. The most being is $1.04. So, and yes, a few of these, like the Merry Payday Christmas soundtrack, is 51% off, and a few of these are only, well, that one's 55% off. A bunch of these are different percentages. Reason being is because some of the soundtrack, I mean, it's soundtracks, right? So you're not going to be like, oh, well, you know, why is it 85% off? Doesn't even matter. It's a soundtrack. It's optional. It's 50 cents. You can buy all of this for $28. That's practically a steal if you don't own any of this DLC. But if you do own the base game, that's going to be $19.99. So that's going to be about 20 bucks. Around 48 bucks, I'm guessing. 48 bucks. So that's a pretty good deal in my opinion. So yeah, get yourself some DLC. Treat yourself. Now, moving on from that, this one. Starting on the 10th of May, all Payday 2 DLC will be 85% off until the 8th of June. After that, all DLC will say goodbye to the Steam store and merge into one big Ultimate Edition bundle together with the base game. Wait, so does that mean that all of the ones that... Wait. Does that mean I can't buy them separately now? That's kind of, I think that's kind of stupid, but okay. To the Steam store, merge into one big Ultimate Editional bundle together with the base game. All future updates for Payday 2 will be released for free as well. Keep supporting and adding content to Payday 2. If you didn't get a chance to purchase DLC before the 8th of June, an upgrade edition to the Ultimate Edition will be available. Okay. Alright. We're going to have to look more into this when it, shows up, but I'll try and, I don't know, I'll probably tweet at Overkill like, hey, does that mean that I can't buy them separately, or, moving on, Payday 2 Ultimate Edition will cost $45. $45, everybody. So, that's the same amount as a 4-pack, almost the same amount as a 4-pack. The base is about 20 bucks. So all of this is a rough estimate of the same that it would cost, but maybe a few dollars off or more. Moving on from that. And will include all previous related content, excluding the Ethan and Hila character pack available separately, as well as any temporary campaign, etc., the loot bag DLC, or the completely Overkill pack DLC. Now you're probably asking yourself, did I read that right? Ethan and Hila character pack? Yes, it's not a joke anymore. their character pack now. Now, before anybody is like, what? Or like, yeah, I know, I saw the stream. I'm doing this because a lot of people might have not seen the stream. I'm going to post the full stream later on, hopefully today or tomorrow, depending on when it gets uploaded. Keep in mind, there were a few instances of pretty much just it not, major kind of events got postponed due to, Twitch, pausing on me. But you could probably find the full video somewhere, or even check out the highlights like Overkill or Starbreeze is doing. So, yeah, Ethan and Hila character pack. It's not a joke anymore. The only DLC that will be available separately is the Ethan and Hila character pack. The revenue from the Ethan and Hila character pack is going straight to Ethan and Hila. We're going to do this because we appreciate them and wanted to find a way to help them out financially so they can continue to do what they do best. So, what Overkill has done, mind you, here's the thing. If you don't know Ethan or Hila, they're part of a YouTube channel called H3H3. They're pretty small. So, yeah. They went through a few issues with some guy and got into a copyright thing, and it's in court, which the whole thing is kind of bullcrap, really. That I'm just gonna be honest. The whole thing is not great. It should be settled at this point, but people are stubborn, I guess. Anyways, moving on from that, they have to pay for it all. They have to keep paying for this lawsuit that they're going through right now. That I'm not entirely sure if it will ever be settled or whatever. I don't know. But they're losing so much of their money, and YouTube with its what they thought was losing ad revenue. I'm not going to go into that because there were a few things that I think they were wrong on. But if you want to know more, check out Toll Biscuit's SoundCloud thing, talking about the whole theme with ad revenue and everything. It's one of the new ones he's done at the current time. Now, they're trying to figure out different ways. They're moving to Twitch. I don't know if they've gone the Patreon route yet, but they're still making YouTube videos apparently. But aside from that, Overkill was like, well, we like what you do. We want to keep supporting you. Showing that Starbreeze and Overkill are pro YouTube, pro content creators and everything. So they were like, all the money that we get from this, or the money that people spend for this DLC, will go strictly to you guys, and that's great. I'm moving on from that. If we check back, if I remember correctly, I need to look at a character pack, one of the most recent character packs. Okay, so Scarface, mind you, was $4.99, right? But with this character pack, apparently you're getting Ethan and Hila in the same character pack for $4.99. Now, I don't know if they will get different melee weapons, different guns, or, if they're getting their own perk decks, like, as in, like, they're going to have two different perk decks, or it's just going to be one perk deck. But they're trying to figure that stuff out. Moving on from that, with that said, welcome to the biggest Payday 2 sale ever. All DLC will be available for purchase until the 8th of June at a 85% discount. Are you looking for more answers? Check out the FAQ below. So here we go. We're about to read a bunch of stuff. So, yeah. Additional questions then will be added appear in the forms. Added in their form. Okay, whatever. So, why are you doing this? We want to treat our players who have supported us through the years by making all the future DLC free. Payday 2 was released in 2013 and has since its launch received more than 144 updates and has gone through numerous changes based on community feedback. As developers, we have not always made the right decisions, but our community has stood by us through thick and thin. To honor our community support, all future content will be released for free for anyone who owns Payday 2. In order to all the content ensure the best experience for our players, both new and old, Payday 2 is evolving into its final form. Payday 2 Ultimate Edition combining the base game with all of the 144 updates we have made, including DLC. Now, this is pretty big because Overkill has taken a huge step. As soon as, if I read this correctly, right, all feature content will be released for free to anyone who owns Payday 2. What I've known so far is that, okay, after the Ethan and Hila character pack, before you start raging, then it will be the last paid DLC. So, they say it's in the fall, and then after that, all future Payday 2 content is completely free. So we're going to have this year, after fall or whenever the character pack is released, and then next year, because they said that, hold on, sorry, Payday 2, Overkill will support Payday 2 until the last day of Payday 2 will be October 2018. So we're going to have a whole year of free content. That is pretty big, in my opinion. Now, moving on, we're going to be reading some more. Sorry, I'm not taking a drink of water and still didn't. I was just taking the time to breathe. Anyways, why is the Ethan and Hila character pack separately available? And why is the completely Overkill pack not included in the Ultimate Edition? We're doing this because we appreciate Ethan and Hila, and we want to find them a way to help them out financially so they can continue to do what they do best as independent creators. The revenue from the Ethan and Hila character pack is going straight to Ethan and Hila themselves, and we at Overkill get 0%. We understand, respect, and appreciate the privileged solution our community has helped us create as independent game developers. We want to help Ethan and Hila do the same, just like we want to help other independent game developers get their own games out the door while having them retain their own IP. Independent creators matter, and we, the Payday community, one of the largest communities online, needs to do our part. The Completely Overkill pack will not be available because it was a timed exclusive, only available at one point in time. We will continue to honor and respect the investment the players that support us at the time did by never introducing it again. That's right. I deserve respect. That's kind of rude, but no, I think it's kind of honorable for them to not, because here's the thing, right? It's not so much about respect. Well, you know, to me, but just the people who actually paid for this. And I did pay for this. I can prove this. But the reasoning behind all of this, actually, hold on. Before people start saying, oh, well, you know, prove it. Here, let me show you. Give it a second to load. Inventory. Oh, I also lost a friend apparently today. Oh, well. Pay 2. There you go. I still have it. Right there. Still have it. Anyways, let's go back in activity. Doesn't matter. What the heck? No. South Those. It's more about the fact that if they released it again, people are going to get pissed off who bought it at release. That's the thing. That's what they don't want to do. They have to respect their players who actually went in and was like, yo, man, I'm going to buy this because I support you. Hold on, there's a hair on the mic. I support you and paid 20 how much dollars it was for that, and got a bunch of masks and a skin, which was not profitable. Was not, well, it was profitable for them, but wasn't great later on down the line. So that's why they're not doing it, and I honestly respect Overkill from doing that, and it's honestly a good thing that they didn't. Also, they got a bunch of blueprints in the background here, so I'm kind of interested in that too. This looks like Colin Queen Casino because of that, but who knows? Moving on from that, but is there a secret motive behind these actions we're not being told? There are 3 motives behind this. The first is to say thank you to all the current players who have purchased the base game and any DLC by offering an opportunity to buy the remaining content for an all-time high discount of 85%. The second motive is to consolidate the store page and offer an easy way for new players to get into the game. As of now, if someone would purchase the base game and all the DLC, said person will have to pay over $200 and purchase around 40 products to get the ultimate Payday 2 experience. We want to make that easier for new players at an affordable price. The third motive is to try something new. only when we dare to do something different. We offer ourselves an opportunity to learn more. If the community reacts positively to the changes we make, we have succeeded. If the general community statement is negative, we have failed. If we fail, we will investigate why and try our best to amend the mistake. We have the privilege of having a community that supports us because they understand that we sometimes will need to try new things. So thank you again to our community for supporting us. Well, you're welcome, Overkill. I mean, I bought all the DLC, so this literally means nothing for me now. Moving on. How much will it cost to upgrade my Payday 2 game to the Ultimate Edition if I haven't bought all the DLC before June 8th? That differs depending on how many DLCs you already own. How much will Payday 2 Ultimate Edition cost? Payday 2 Ultimate Edition will cost $45 at launch. It will be offered at a 10% discount for a limited time. So I'm not going to be able to pick what DLC I want. No, you can pick and buy whatever DLC you want at 85% off from May 8th, but after June 8th, you can't buy specific DLC. Instead, you have to get the Ultimate Edition. Alright, that's kind of not great, to be honest, because you're basically, I don't know. Alright, because here's the thing. The base game is about $20, right? With this Ultimate Edition, it would probably be around 20, how much was it? 25 or 45? Okay, so it's going to be about $25 for all the additional content like DLC, right? Because the free updates don't count. They never count. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I find it more as a season pass kind of tactic, really, because it kind of, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I find it kind of like okay. For one, people who make reviews of DLC are now going to have to pretty much review everything in that pack. And I don't find that fair for people who make reviews. And again, it's nice for people now because it's everything after, you know, when the Hila character pack is released will be free. But it's just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like they should allow I feel like they should allow the option to pick and choose. But I can understand what they're trying to do here, but I still think they should try and let people pick and choose. But yeah. Moving on from that, do I have to buy all the content? Or sorry, do I have to? Let's see. Yeah, do I have to buy all the DLC? I don't have to get the free content. No, you don't have to upgrade the Ultimate Edition, but you will still get new free content. Are you not supporting Payday 2 anymore? Is this the end of Payday 2? No, it's not. We actually decided to support Payday 2 even longer than originally planned. Well, that's great. Previously, we announced that we were going to stop at the end of 2017. I actually heard 2018, but okay. But now we've extended development until October 18th. Isn't the Ultimate Edition way more expensive than just buying each DLC separately? No, it's not. If you buy the game and all the DLC separately, it's much more expensive than buying the Ultimate Edition. Well, the thing in that, though, is that if people just want specific DLC, then they can just buy specific DLC and then buy the other DLC down the line. But, alright, I guess. I mean, I guess it's more, it's cheaper, so. What about console updates? The Payday 2 Ultimate Edition is a Steam bundle. Console players will receive more news and additional content is made available for them. More content is currently in development for both Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Payday 2 is also in development for Nintendo Switch. What about Payday 3? Payday 3 is in pre-production. We will share more information about Payday 3 in the future when we feel ready. Additional questions and answers will be added as they appear in the forums. So let's see here. Let's reload here. Is there any more? No. Okay then. So that's about it. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this video. Quick note, also, there is a few other videos, but I'm not going to go through them because I went through them. Well, okay, I can give like a rough estimate of what they are, kind of. So Payday 2 was now available for VR owners. So people who play with VR, like the Hive or the Oculus, maybe, I don't know. Payday 2 now has a VR feature, so people can play in VR. Now, this is honestly one of the most awesome things I've ever seen. A VR game actually have content. Now, before everybody's like, what do you mean by that? It's kind of rude. What I mean by that is that most VR games are made and then never touched again. They're a product. Like more, they're okay. Well, I guess you could carry a product, but they're more of a, I guess, toy or something. I don't know how to best explain this, but they're made and then just never touched again, right? They're more experiences. They're tests, really. I find them. So when you have, Payday 2 that's been in development since 2013 and will end around 2018, that's a lot of content and updates for VR owners who are looking for, a shooter, an FPS that has, leveling mechanics and everything else. Though I would be very interested to see stealth. I am very interested to see what stealth would be like. Stealth is going to be very interesting with the VR functionality. I can't wait for that. But I just find it very interesting, honestly. The fact that Overkill Starbreeze would be that cool to be like, yeah, sure, add VR in the game. You know what that means? That means that people who play VR, who are looking for an FPS shooter, right, like I said, have a bunch of content and could keep playing the game for a while. Couldn't get bored of it. Couldn't just be like, oh, well, I stand here and I shoot enemies without even moving. Great. Or, oh, it's an on-rail shooter. Great. Or, oh, I move slightly and doesn't have a whole lot of content. This has content. This allows you to move. This allows you to actually do things. Though the main problem I would say here is controller ability, right? What are you able to control? What things can you actually do? How many buttons are going to be on the handles, if there's going to be a bunch of buttons or if just the normal ones, and figure out a way to conduct like a functionality to actually use those functionalities. Like now, right, you could practically hold a grenade in your hand. You could probably pull. That would be awesome though. If you could hold a grenade in your hand, pull the pin, and actually throw it, instead of just how Overkill in the base game does it, where it's just like pull the pin and throw it, but it's instant, right? If you have a grenade, you can think about, all right, where am I going to throw this? Where am I going to throw this? Pull the pin and throw it in the direction you want to throw it in. That's cool. And plus, a lot of people, don't like how akimbo's, right? You just have two guns and you shoot in a straight line. Now, with VR, you have two handles and you can point in one direction and point in the other direction, just like how akimbos are made to do. I love how I'm actually demonstrating it with my hands right now, but no one can see that. It's funny. But you have, say, the new weapons, the 44 Magnums. You have, let's see, a guy here. You shoot him in the head, and then you shoot the guy in the chest that is across the room. That's brilliant. That adds a whole new game tactic for people who want that experience, and for players who are playing the game without a VR, they have an advantage for players to take out multiple things, right? They can take out that, they can take out that, ideally if that's what it's going to do. Now, the other thing too is they've announced Crime More, which a lot of people don't like apparently. If it's paid, I'm probably not going to like it, but if it's free, then alright, because I mean, it looks like an alright game, but it's something that I don't think I would pay for, just because I don't really pay for mobile games, which now I'm going to get yelled at. But I don't really find a whole lot of mobile games worth buying. So, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next video. Oh, gosh, I want to take a nap now. Kitty, you want to take a nap?